Today we'll be discussing the third lab program in Web Technology Laboratory. So the problem statement says, write a JavaScript code that displays the text growing with increasing font size in the intervals of 100 milliseconds. In red color, when the font size reaches 50 points, it displays text shrinking in blue color. Then the font size decreases to 5 points. So you should write a JavaScript code to display the text. The text name it has specified here is text growing. The font size keeps on increasing until it reaches 50 points. Once the font size reaches 50 points, then the text has to be shrink with the name text shrinking in blue color. So before writing the code, so let's go with the functions we'll be using in this program. We'll be using set interval function and clear intervals. So JavaScript, right? Yeah, here we'll be using the set interval functions. The set interval method will be using the set interval method. It calls a function or it is going to evaluate an expression at a specified intervals of time. Here you have to specify the intervals in terms of milliseconds. This method is going to call a function or evaluates an expression at a specified intervals. The interval should be in terms of milliseconds. So the set interval method will continue calling the function. The set interval method continue calling the function until it reaches the clear interval is called, or when the window has been closed. So this set interval method is going to return an ID. This will be used as a parameter to call interval method. So the general syntax of writing the set interval is set interval of, it's going to take the parameter like the function. This set interval method takes the parameter function, then the interval has to be specified in terms of milliseconds, and these parameters 1 and parameter 2 are optional. So let's go with the parameter. The parameter values, first the function, this is required, the mandatory. The first parameter is required, the function that will be executed. So have to specify the first parameter as the function to set interval method, and the second parameter milliseconds, and this is also, this parameter is required. The interval should be specified in terms of milliseconds, means how often to be executed the code. So if you provide the value less than 10, the value is 10 is used. Then the parameters 1 and 2, these are the optional parameters. So the two mandatory parameter for set interval method are function and milliseconds. Then we'll be using the clear interval methods. These two methods will be using in our program. So the clear interval method, this clear interval method, it clears the timer set with the set interval method. Whatever the time interval set with the set interval method, that will be cleared by clear interval method. The ID value returned by set interval method, whatever the value which is written by ID set interval method, that will be used as a parameter to clear interval method. So the important point you should remember here is, in order to use the set clear interval method, you must use a variable when creating a set interval method. Suppose this is my set interval method which takes the two parameters, that is the first JavaScript function, then millisecond. This is going to return one variable, say my variable. Then this variable will be used as a parameter to clear interval. So this parameter, this variable name should be used as a parameter to clear interval method. Then only you will be able to stop the execution by calling clear interval method. Whatever the ID returned by set interval method will be used as a parameter. This is the ID value returned by set interval method. You must use this ID value as a parameter to clear interval methods. So the general syntax of clear interval which takes one parameter, that is the variable name, and this field is required, mandatory, which is going to specify the name of the timer returned by set interval method. Now we'll go with the program. So yeah, this is the program. Yeah, so JavaScript, right? JavaScript, just to add interactivity to your program, you will be using a JavaScript. In order to include JavaScript in your HTML file, you should use script tag. You should use script tag. Either you can place this script tag either in the head section or in the body section. Suppose this is my, suppose I have some HTML. So inside this HTML, I have the head section. So within this head section, so you can divide the head section into title. So for the time being, I have not written any title here. So then we have the body section. So then I will close the body section. Then I will close the HTML. So the thing is, here you can place this JavaScript code either in this section, head section, even like here you can place the script tag. And once you open the script tag, then you should close the script tag. So here I am writing an internal JavaScript. So either you can you can embed the script tag either in the head section. So this one I will comment. So because I will show you how to include the script in body section also. And even you can include in the body section also. So this is the body section. In the body section, either you can include the script tag here. Script. And you can close, you can write the content, then you can close the tag, script tag. Right. So either you can include the JavaScript either in the head section or in the body section. So let's go with the program. So here we have to create an animation. So hence I'll be specifying the doc type as HTML. Then HTML is the root tag. So within this HTML we have the head section. We'll be dividing the head into title. We'll be specifying the title of this page as JavaScript animation. So then you must be properly nested. So just first you close the title tag, then followed by head tag. Then in the body section, we'll be including one paragraph with the ID, that is demo. The ID for this paragraph tag is the demo. Now we are embedding the JavaScript inside our HTML file. So this is an internal JavaScript. So script, in order to include JavaScript in your HTML, you must use a script tag. Script which contains script. You can specify the attribute value. Attributes value will be always within double quotes. Script type is equal to text slash JavaScript. The attributes value here is text slash JavaScript. You can specify the attribute, and every HTML elements can contain the attributes and value. Always this is the attribute and this is the attribute value. Attribute is type and the value will be text slash JavaScript. So now in order to declare any variable in JavaScript, you know the syntax, right? You should use the keyword var followed by variable name. As we discussed the set interval method, so we'll be using the set interval method, which takes the two parameter. One is the function, other one is the milliseconds. So this is going to return a value. That value will be used as a parameter to clear function, right? So that is what we are using here, clear. So the problem statement says you should write a JavaScript code that display the text. The text will be text growing with increasing font size in the intervals of, you can specify the intervals in 100 milliseconds. This font will be in red color. When the font size reaches 50 points, it display text shrinking in blue color. Then the font size decreases to 5 points. So for this one, we'll be writing the code. So first, I specified the set interval method. So this is going to return a variable, that is the var1. So I have to specify the font size. Initially, I set the font size to 5. So hence var size is equal to 5. So here I will be using the ID attribute of paragraph tag. Since var IDS, var IDS is equal to document dot get element by ID. What is the ID here? For the paragraph tag, the ID is demo. So document is the root element. Whenever you wanted to access any method in JavaScript, you must use the document. Document is the root element. So I wanted to access this paragraph with the ID. So hence I will be using get element by ID, which is going to specify, which takes the parameter that is the demo. These two names should be same. The ID name for the paragraph here is demo. It should be same here also. So then it is going to return one value. It is going to stored in one variable, say IDS. So I have set the interval and specified the function name. So here I have to give the definition for this function. How can I specify the definition? So in order to write a function in JavaScript, you should use the keyword function followed by function name. Here the function name is inTimer. So they have specified text growing. So I told this value, once I executed this on document.getElement by ID, it is going to return a value that is the IDS. So I wanted to access the inner property of an HTML. Hence, we'll be using inner HTML. So hence, I will be using the property inner HTML. IDS dot inner HTML. The text should be text growing. Either you can give text hyphen growing. Text growing. Then in the problem statement, they specified the font size to 5 points, then and the color should be in red. So hence, in order to set the value, I will be using the set attribute function, which takes the here I will be specifying the style property style. The font size will be here. I initialize the font size to 5. Then font size to 5 pixel. Then the color is in red. So I should increment the size. So when the font size goes to greater than or equal to 50. So hence here I have to increment the size by 5. Size is equal to size plus 5. Then if the font size is greater than or equal to 50, so that is what in the problem statement they have specified. If the font size reaches 50, then it has to display text shrinking. Text shrinking, in order to display the text shrinking, I have to clear the interval. So hence in the if condition, I am specifying if the font size, if the size is greater than or equal to 50, then I should call the clear interval. While discussing the theory, I told like set interval method. So whatever the value which is written by the set interval, the value, the same variable name has to be passed as a parameter to clear interval. Then only I can able to clear the interval of time. So here I am specifying 100 milliseconds. So that is what in the problem statement they specified. Then you can set the other value variable var2 is equal to set interval of d timer. This is for the in timer for text going. Once it reaches 5000, then it has to display text shrinking. So hence we'll be writing another function, say delimiter. So I will go with the definition here. Function delimiter. Here also we will be using the inner HTML property of an HTML tag. So the text name should be text shrinking, text hyphen shrinking. Then you can set the attribute by using set attribute function. So the font size will be initially it has set to has 50. So that one has to reduce to -5. Hence size is equal to size minus 5. So earlier it is 5. So when it reaches 50, so hence here it is 50. 50 minus 5. So size, pixel I will be specifying in terms of pixel. Then the color will be in blue color. So hence the font size has to decrease, right? So hence we will be writing size is equal to size minus 5, or you can write the condition like size minus 5 is equal to 5. So when should I call the clear interval? If the font size reaches 5, then I should clear the interval. So hence we'll be writing the condition if size is equal to 5, then clear interval of this variable name. Here it is going to return the value like var2. So hence we'll be passing the parameter here is var2. But here for the set interval it is var1 for text growing. So this is the JavaScript code. So once you return the JavaScript code, then you can close by preceded with the forward symbol. Then you close the body tag. Then you can close the HTML tag. All right. So save this file. Save this file. So then to run, first you run the Apache server. It is already running. So open the exam control panel. Then if it is stopped, then you if it is not started, then click on start because it is already started. So it is working with the PID and also the port number. Now we'll go with the browser. So the program name is pg3.html. So Here is my program. So I will check whether the Java Apache is running or not by just by typing localhost. So it is running. So I have to give the file name like pg3 pg3 dot pg3 dot html. So just have a look at. So because pg3 it is not located in this file. So I'll okay sorry. Yeah, pg3.html. So we'll be getting the output because I have set the interval of only 100 millisecond. You should remember 1000 millisecond, 1 second is nothing but 1000 millisecond. But I have said 100 milliseconds. Just hence we'll be getting the output. It is coming and out at a faster rate. So in the code, I will be making the change. Like instead of giving 100, I will make it to 1000 so that you can able to see the output properly. So once you done the changes, just save this file. So go to the browser and again you refresh. So here, yeah, the text will be growing. Yeah, you can able to see the output here. The text will be growing. Once it reaches 50, the font size, then the text will be changed to text shrinking. Yeah, and this is the output for your third lab program. That is JavaScript animation. Thank you.